Hey guys, I'm Justin with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing these 2018 OE style sequential LED taillights with the clear lenses available for all 2015 and newer Mustangs. Now you guys can be checking out these options for your S550 if you're looking to drastically change up the rear end appearance and add some of that Euro styling in the process thanks to those clear lenses. So the big feature here with these particular taillights will be the fact that you are swapping out your run-of-the-mill, boring red factory taillights for a sleek Euro look. Now, if you guys didn't know, Mustangs over in the European market, they do come equipped with the clear lenses from the factory, and it totally changes up the rear end appearance and honestly, I think contributes to a cleaner look. Now, if you guys don't want to take my word for it, feel free to check out the numerous customer submitted images here on this and similar products on the site to get a better sense of what I'm talking about. Now, despite that clear lens, you are still getting the standard red lighting through modern and bright LEDs behind those clear lenses, and that's why these lights still have been given both the DOT and the SAE stamp of approval, which does make them legal for use in all 50 states. Now, those red LEDs are going to operate in the same manner as your stock tail lights, so expect basically standard factory operation here with the running lights and brake lights. And again, you still are maintaining that iconic sequential functionality for things like your turn signals. Now, those LEDs are going to be loaded behind the clear polycarbonate lens and reflector here. They have been sealed up well enough to achieve an IP67 waterproof rating, and that's just there to prevent any moisture or condensation from getting behind those lenses. Now guys, one thing I do want to point out here, again, these are essentially a carbon copy of your factory taillights in just about every way. There's no modification needed to get them in place. They do still feature an identical factory style harness that will make for a plug and play install. And we'll show you a little bit more on that here in a second. Now, another reason why I do think owners might want to consider these lights is that even if you have a 2015 through 2017 Mustang, and maybe you prefer the more angular look of the 2018 and newer style, these will work on your cars as well. So again, 15 through 17 owners out there, maybe even the Shelby owners, if you wanted to change up not only the color of the lens, but also the shape itself, these are certainly a solid option and will work on your rides as well. Moving into our pricing segment here, guys, and these particular lights on the table with me today, they're gonna land around $1,200 to $1,300, which certainly makes these one of the more expensive taillight options currently on the site for your S550 at home. Now, if you do really dig that clear styling and that Euro look, but maybe you wanted to save a little bit of money, well, you can certainly browse some of our other sets here on the site that will deliver a similar look from companies like Form and also Renegade. So again, feel free to check those options out as well. But now I want to segue into our installation portion of the video, and because again, this is a direct swap plug and play job, expect things to be extremely straightforward. Site's going to call this one a very soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, about 45 minutes at absolute most to complete from start to finish. Now let's throw it out to the guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a trim removal tool. Hi everyone. Today we're installing a set of taillights on our Mustang, but first let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock lights.
All right, we're gonna start off by first popping the trunk to gain access to the inner panels here. All right, we're gonna first start off by getting our liner out of the way there, and then we're gonna remove the 4 plastic nuts holding the back plastic on. 2 over here as well. Set these to the side. All right, now I have a push pin removal tool. There are 2 Christmas tree clips that you have to remove. There's one here, and there's one right on the other side. Now we can peel back our liner to expose our wiring harness right here, and then we have to get this 10mm nut off that stud right there. So you have to get this 10mm nut, and then these 2. Those are the only 3 holding in the taillight housing. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is unplug this taillight, and then take my 10mm socket. I am using a deep socket, start loosening up this nut until it's finger tight, and you can back it off the rest of the way. Hold on to this hardware, you will be reusing it. Now there are 2 more up here as well. All right, we're gonna repeat that on the other side as well. All right, now with your wiring and your 3 nuts removed, we can now pull straight back on our taillight assembly. Now there's going to be a grommet right here that holds your wiring harness in place. Peel back that and bring back your plug. It's the same step for this side as well. Pull straight back. Take your grommet out, as well as your plug.
First thing we're going to want to do is feed our wiring harness from our light back through the hole where the original light was at, and then we'll plug in our grommet as well to hold it in place. We'll feed that through, then we'll insert our grommet back into the hole and just work it around until it is completely seated. And once we've got that in place, we'll go ahead and insert our light back into the 3 original holes. And now we'll go ahead and secure it with the original hardware. So we'll go ahead and attach our nuts to the 2 studs here on the inside. And it's a little tough to get the camera in here for this one on the inside here. But you'll remember where it's at from when you took out the original light. Yeah, once we've got those in place, we'll go ahead and tighten them down with our 10mm socket. And once you've got that done, we'll go ahead and plug in our light to our factory harness. And just tuck that in. We'll go ahead and replace your liner. Reinstall the push pin up at the top. And now you can repeat that process for the other side. Now once you've got your lights installed, we can go ahead and reattach our trim panel here. So we'll just slip that inside. So we'll insert our clips into the back panel. And then reattach our 4 knobs. Then slide your cover back into place, and your installation is complete. And that wraps up our review and install of the OE style LED sequential taillights with the black housing and clear lens for your 15 and newer Mustang. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.